Veggietales God wants me to forgive them is a bland and boring second episode that is just terrible. Veggietales, where's God when I am scared? Was bad but funny bad, with its primitive animation style and its overall tone. But there is some positives like, for example there is much more coloring to the backgrounds instead of placeholder gray primitive quadrilateral cubes like before. This episode lacks a Sully song but instead replaces it with a terrible infomercial by the LSD Scallion from the first episode. According to the behind-the-scenes, co-creator Mike Noraki stated a Sully song was never promised every episode. This has changed due to the angry letters big idea has been receiving about the topic. Let's also discuss the lack of originality here. First, they retold Gilligan's Island but slapped forgiveness in it. A positive is that the episode made a joke about the hunt for the Red October, which again, Soviet Bob and Larry, is pretty funny but still they had bad accents. Other than that it was still a terrible episode. First there was filler moments but too obviously noticeable, like the Soviet daydream scene. Also, how in the flying hell can someone make a helicopter out of bamboo? Please explain that to me. Secondly, the Grapes of Wrath was also bad, since it repeated itself with a forgiveness factor. Also, the part when Junior was twitching looked hilarious, since he was going Ultra Instinct on those grapes. But the grapes, gross if you look at Pa Grape, how does one need glasses if one has no eyes? Again, explain that to me. Okay, sure, the fourth wall breaks where Larry somehow had communication to the other world was kinda funny but really just bland. Also, that car they were driving looks like it was about to explode. Also, these grapes were from the south, so that veggie racism towards Junior was funny. Calling him a cheese-headed boy. That is pretty hillbilly of them to do. And also this episode birthed the Angry Bob meme, which is still used today. If I had to rate this episode it would be a 2.5 out of 10. What give it the score was the jokes and other weirdness that made it original. Also, that theme song slaps, not that terrible tuba part, but when they sing Veggietales, Veggietales over and over again, which is 30 seconds in. Hopefully as we review these overtime episodes, we'll get better, but in reality this episode is not Big Idea's best work.